Welcome to SylGold Media Podcast. I'm Honorable Sylvia. Today we are in Blackley, a vibrant suburb in Greater Manchester, for an exclusive one-on-one interview with Councillor Olusegun of Higher Blackley. Blackley is a beautiful destination if you are ever visiting Greater Manchester. It boasts stunning landmarks like Hilton Park, home to an annual summer music festival, and Blackley Animal Farm, a great spot for tourists. The area also features new affordable housing developments, many spearheaded by our esteemed councillor, as well as a large library and learning center, retail outlets, and a strong football culture. More than just a place, Blackley is a welcoming community that values diversity and inclusion, offering a peaceful environment to live and work. Strategically located, it connects easily to towns like Middleton, Oldham, and Rochdale. Today, on the 2nd of February 2025, we are meeting Councillor Olusegun at the Higher Blackley Community Center to discuss the latest developments in the area. So stay with us, enjoy the conversation, and let's dive in. Hello everyone, this is SylGold Media. We are here to celebrate one of our brother, our son, our father, and our friend. He is the councillor in Greater Manchester, Higher Blackley. Today we are going to tap into his achievement, how he's been able to grow. In this podcast, we are going to experience and celebrate excellence. He is an achiever, a trailblazer, epitome of food, and a beacon of excellence. So today, sit back, you're going to enjoy it. Chancellor Olu served as a Labour Party representative for Higher Blackley Ward in Greater Manchester City Council. He began his term on the 5th of May 2022, and up to now he's still the chancellor. In addition to his duties, Councillor Olu is involved in so many professional duties. He's a partner at Agricom UK Limited. He is involved in community engagement. He's associated with Blackley Football Club of Manchester. He is a member of Unite the Union. He is a coach, member of Manchester Football Association, and a governor at the Cup Academy, Manchester. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for granting our invitation today. We look up to people like you. You've done so exceedingly well in this society. We have to find a way of celebrating excellence, achievement. Our people that has gone exceedingly beyond all odds and achieve something in this society we are. We know it's not an easy thing, but we appreciate you, sir. So today is going to be like an interactive section where we just share our personal experience, your role as a councillor, your perception to life, how you feel you're doing in the course of exhibiting your duties, your commitment and your engagement in your local community, and your future prospect in your remaining tenure as a councillor, and people that are looking up to you, what you can advise them, to how they can factor their life. Maybe somebody wants to enter into politics today. You tell them how you were able to transit from your normal self, your background, to where you are today. I hope you are okay with that, sir.
Yes, I am. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you.
So, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
And everything?
Everything is going on.
Thank you for having me. So, what really inspired you to get into politics and, community service? Tell us more about the journey becoming a councillor for Higher Blackley, and what experience from your background has shaped you into this leadership style.
Thank you very much. I'll say my journey starts as first of all, I'm a Nigerian. and I was born in Nigeria.
Fantastic.
So I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. So I had my early childhood education in Nigeria. I went to a primary school in Surulere called Municipal Primary School, and I went to Eko Boys High School, that's in Mushin, in Lagos.
Are you still in touch with them?
Yes, and yes.
Yes, as good boys, yeah.
Yes, and I went to University of Lagos, Akroka. So at the University of Lagos, I studied politics.
Wow.
Lagos. Yes. So, and I came to the UK in 1995. So, my journey in the UK has been a journey of, as you know, as an immigrant whose parents weren't here. My dad and mom, none of them ever left Nigeria. Most of them are deceased now. So I found myself here. Initially, you lack role models from our community to look up to higher aspiration. I mean, we have people who are doing well in different fields, and but politically, I used to live in London, and I came to Manchester in 2002 during the Commonwealth Games in Manchester. That's when I came to Manchester.
Yes.
So the Nigerian High Commissioner at the time, it was Christopher Kolade. So I came to help out with the Nigerian contingents that came here to the UK.
And you fell in love with Manchester.
That's right. And I decided to move to Manchester,
yes.
From London. So I help out with I've always wanted to be involved
in politics.
In politics and what is going on. It's more involvement in the community. You see, I'm not one of those that like to sit aside, and I want to get involved. I want to help people if I can, and I want to make sure that we better ourselves. So while living in Manchester, I joined the Labour Party. So when I joined the Labour Party, I discovered at the time there's not many people like myself.
Like yourself. That's yes.
You know, from the African community that attends meeting regularly. When I say regularly, we would have a monthly meeting in the ward, which is the local level. We have monthly meeting at the CLP level. And then we also have a regional conference at the Labour Party, and we have the national conference. So there are layers of activism, involvement,
in the party, yeah.
And that's where leaders get emerged. You go to speeches, conferences. So through the course of local meetings, attendance, you get to meet the local people. You hear the views, things that are going on in the community. So I was looking to the top. I said, okay, how can we get to the top? So there's something called Catch-22, which is a theory whereby you have the qualifications, you haven't got the experience. You have the experience, you haven't got the qualifications. So, but for me, qualification seems to be much more easier for me. But being back from the Nigerian community, where your parents, my mom and dad are teachers, so they value education so much. So what I then did was to act in my community, volunteer, and join the board of directors for Northwest Housing in 2015. So I was on that board. One thing with housing is, a lot of people see housing as the structure, the building, but housing is more than that. Housing is more about the structure of the building and also the people that live inside the house.
Inside it, yes.
Their feelings, their mental health, their family structure, the well-being of the children, the parents, how they are coping. So all of this come to light while I was on the board of the housing. So in Northwest Housing, we have 12 members of the board of directors. So 4 are from the local community. 4 is from the executive management committee, those that runs the Northwest Housing. We have about 33,000 homes in the north of Manchester, houses that we manage.
Okay.
Yes, it's a very big organization. And
was it through council or was it private?
Yes, it's called an ALMO. ALMO means Arm's Length Management Organization. The council owns the property, but the council, when the council was running the property, it wasn't as easy as it should be. So they gave it to a management organization. So it's like a business. We're registered with the companies as directors. So, but it's still a council owned. So they
run
it on
really
behalf.
Affiliated to council.
Yes, run it on behalf of the council. So out of the 12 board members, directors, we have 4 councillors.
Yes.
I wasn't a councillor at the time.
Then, yeah.
So all my ambition is, how do I get to the top? How do I get to the top? How do I get to the top?
That's good,
and meet decision makers. So that's Northwest Housing. It's like a stepping stone. I mean, I've got the degree from Manchester Metropolitan University, from London, from Nigeria.
So what did you study?
Okay, so I studied politics in Nigeria. So when I came to London, I studied social science in London.
Okay.
I was going to study law, and then I came to Manchester. So I thought, because my idea was that the Nigerian certificate, sometimes they might say, oh, I studied in Nigeria, everybody say they studied in Nigeria. I want to make sure that I understand the things from here. So I wasn't, I was taken into the second year. I said, look, you've done everything. What else do you want? I said, well, okay, just put me in second year, that will be fine. And then I graduated. So I also went to Manchester Metropolitan University Business and Law School. I had to do a postgraduate, which is like a master's in leadership and management. Yeah.
Okay.
So, as I say, education is much more
easier
for me.
Yes,
so
it's the
thing, you know. So it's the Nigerian background.
Exactly.
They don't want to hear anything. Don't give me your money. Give me a qualification.
Yes. It's either education or not.
That's right. But that's the part of my catch-22. Qualification is there. Now, experience at the top level. So when I sat in the boardroom of Northwest Housing, we sit down, we discuss. I sit with top earners, those who are earning above 120,000 a year, and we sit down, we have coffee, we discuss. So life is good at the top. However, I was still at the time, the only Nigerian born person on the board. You know, so and one thing I did as well is every time we have scrutiny, we have external auditors come in. Once they see me, they say that the organization diversity is there because you represent diversity. You represent the sort of thing that we want in the local area.
Exactly.
You know, there are people like you who live here and they are contributing to the community in society. So I do help quite a lot of people who cannot approach the higher end of society. So that's how I got there. And through the Labour Party, I became the secretary of the ward, which means I run the ward. I organize the meetings, I send papers out, I send notices out, I communicate with members, you know, and make that everything run smoothly here.
Is it Labour Party Manchester chapter or just?
No. We are between 2018 and I think 2022. I was the Black and Asian minority ethnic group for Manchester Labour, the whole of Manchester.
The whole of Manchester.
Yes.
Okay.
Labour
I
Party.
thought that maybe the Asians are also so much.
Yes, they are. However, you know, when you say BAME, it means Black and Asian minority. You see, when African Black people come up, you see, we are much more accepted both by the general population and also the Asian community. I get along well with both. So I was there. We have a Labour Party City Party, which is at the hierarchy that makes law.
Yeah, you know why?
Yeah.
It's from what you've been narrating, it's fantastic to hear this side of, story, because, though we know the Labour Party is quite a liberal party,
Yeah.
they are almost BEM.
Yeah. Black Asian minority,
yes, acceptance and related, and for you now to tell me, the journey you've been so far, and how you are able to, be resilient, committed, persevered to come to where it's amazing to hear, and that's the sort of things we want to our viewers, people at large, to cue into, because ordinarily somebody will not know your journey. It has not been easy.
No, it hasn't
at all. Look at the hurdles.
It's a step by step.
Step by step. Though, from all I have been hearing from you, you are a person-oriented person, and you are born to serve.
Nice,
because you did it in your first degree.
Yeah.
So there is something in you. It was inherent, burning out to come out. Your service to humanity is your first paramount thing.
Yes.
And from your history, that is what is evolving. And that's why when destiny is coming, we should heed to our inner mind.
Yes.
Because when, we are here for a purpose.
That's right.
And our journeys differs. That's why I keep on telling people that always listen to your instinct. Don't do something out of impulsiveness or somebody force you to do it. Follow your inner heart. Mr. Olu here is called for self-service.
You are correct.
And if you see what he has been narrating, is all boiled down to that. Community service.
That's correct. One lady told me.
Yes. How is it gonna better the life of other people? Make the society better. Create equal opportunity for everybody, despite your age, your ethnicity, where you're from. He was there to serve everybody. So this is the kind of people we want to relate with, tap into, because he's an inspiration to all of us, even our children to come. Okay, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, one lady said to me, you have received your calling. I said,
That is exactly.
Because you see, what I try to do is to make sure that wherever I am, I try and impact. So there was an incident while I was on the board of housing. One of my friends had an office in Blackley here, near the co-op. It's called the Hive. So there is a Ghanaian accountant who have the next office to me. And he called me and said, you would like to help the community. I have a Nigerian man and live next door to him. And his family is suffering. His house, the roof is falling, and they have a 3-bedroom house, but they are only able to use one room because when they bath upstairs, it's leaks into the house, and he puts all his family in the kitchen. I said, what?
What?
This is in Blake. He said, yes, he come and see. So I went back, and I spoke to him and said, the man is an able man. I said to him, hello. So who are you? I said, me, he said he's just hiding his own thing, living his life. I said, come on.
You're not supposed to be
yes,
like that.
have you not reported this to the local? I wasn't a councillor at the time. I said, have you not reported to the local councillor? I said, who is he? I don't know him. I said, okay. I'm going to help you to report this. You shouldn't live like this. Look at all your children. You need to get this roof repaired. I saw the ceiling of the roof outside of the house. I said, I'm going to take it.
You see, this is exactly where we call for this study. Because he is there for the helpless. So many people have or are going through what the story he just narrated, but they don't know how to get about it. They don't know whom to approach, especially people from minority background. When you are going through situation, you need to speak out. Because if you don't speak out, how would people know what you are going through? Continue, sir.
Thank you very much. So, that accountant is also a pastor, a Ghanaian pastor here. So he said, I said to him, I'm going to help you. He said, how can? I said, I'm going to take this up for you. So at that time, because what we did Northwest Housing, in 2021, we hand over the organization back to the council. So we all resigned as director. So I was there from 2015 to 2021. And all the while I've attended all the meetings. Don't miss meetings. I was in different committee. I was in the resources committee. I was in the audit committee. I was in Horizon. Horizon is development, new things committee. So all those committee is a training ground for me, which is now useful in the council. I'm in the Equalities and Community Committee in the council. I'm also in the Audit Committee at the council. So, and when I took this up for him, and then they came, I said, you report to me. If you don't report to me, I'm going to come over and make sure that everything is sorted for you. And it was all done for him. He was surprised. He said, oh gosh, I never know that. I just told my next door neighbor, I said, no, you need to, just as you said, if you don't speak out, we don't know. We don't know what to do. So he's living happily in Blackley. He's living happily in Blackley with his family. He said they were so afraid. He doesn't want trouble. He said, it's not going to lead to trouble. This has to be done for you. You see. So, and when we resigned from the directorship, from the board, in May 2021, then every time I take my children to school, residents, they will wait by the gate, say, oh, he's coming. I'm going to tell him my problem. My daughter want to change school. I just want to do this. I'm a Christian. They want to they don't put my daughter in Our Lady. They put him in that school. I'm a Muslim. They put him in a Christian school. I want him to go to the other. So I say, oh, okay, hold on a minute. Hold on. So, and I said to them, do you know that I'm no longer on the board? We've given the thing back to the council. No. I said, go to the council. I said, no, you are going to be our councillor. We are going to vote for you to go into the council to represent us. Nobody else will do it, you go.
Have you seen? He is not even the one that brought himself out. It was the people he was serving. He was, touching their life in different ways. He was leaving an indelible footprint in their hearts. That's why I always say, when you are in a place, create an impact in people's life. They will always love you. They will always want you to serve. They will always be with you. He didn't choose himself. The people chose him. Thank you, sir.
So when in 2021, I was put forward by the Labour Party, the local, we do what they call, for you to be a candidate in Manchester, to be a councillor, you have to be on the panel. The list of the panel means that the people that have been tested that could win election for the party, and the people that have helped others, you have to campaign. There's a number of campaigning you have to do to qualify for that. So that list, they review it every year. And if you are not doing what you meant to do, you'll be removed from the list. But I've only been in the list once since 2018 until I was a councillor. I was never removed because I always make sure that I do everything that is required.
Yes.
So we had the internal election here at the community center, and I won. I was selected to represent the people of Blackley.
Blackley. You see, congratulations.
So I have Blackley, yeah.
That's why when the call of duty is coming, make yourself available. So many people that has reached the stage Chancellor Olu has reached, they would have built walls so high, they become unapproachable. But he is a man that is down to earth. He takes his children to school. He meets with his community. Anybody can approach him. And the course of this program, I would like him also to tell us how we can approach him. Maybe you are in Blackley community and you are struggling. You wanted to see your counselor.
Yes, thank you very much. So we have a counselor advice surgery here in this room at the community center every Monday from 6:30 to 7:30. No appointment is necessary. Just turn up and bring your problem. And also what I've discovered being a counselor in Manchester is that when people look at on the Manchester City Council website and look at it, no matter where they live in Manchester, in Wythenshawe, in Anco, Town Basic, in Gorton, they just pick somebody that they think look like them and they can relate to, and they will ring me. Hello, councillor. I said, what's your postcode? He said, I live in Wythenshawe. I said, but I'm a councillor for Blake. He said, no, you are a councillor that I'm going to report to. You help me refer it to whoever you want.
This is exactly why I'm doing this.
So
because we are coming to your role as a councillor.
That's right.
Yeah. Wherever you are, you don't need to suffer in silence. And the people connect. When people connect to you, it's a natural thing. Those people calling you must have heard about you.
That's right, yes.
That's the thing. You see, news doesn't have leg, but it goes a long way.
That's correct.
Yeah, and it's because of your good deed, your service to humanity. That's why everybody wants to relate with you. I'm so proud of you, sir.
Thank you very much.
This come to the next one. This question I'm going to ask you. What are your biggest challenges facing Higher Blackley? What achievements are you most proud of taking your office?
Okay.
And how to balance your professional career
with councillor work.
Councillor
okay,
work
so I'll take
and
first of all
the
achievements. I'll say one thing that makes me happy is when people bring their problems. Sometimes they think it's too big to solve, and when I take the case working up, me and my colleagues, and then after they get results, the feeling in their faces, the happiness, the way I make once this problem is solved, that's one thing that touches my heart. Say for example, I used to look around Blackley after COVID, and I see that there's a lot of kids, a lot of children in the community. They have no activities. They're just sitting around. As you know, there was about 5 years ago, before I was a councillor, there was a young boy from high school that was taken by the gate of the school by gangs, and they beat him with pistol here. And I said, okay, we've got to do something about this if I become the councillor here. So what I did was to during COVID, because then that you are only allowed to mix with certain number of people outside your home. So I organized football coaching sessions in different areas of Blackley, so that the kids can move. They can move their body rather than being locked down in the house. So as lockdown ease off, and then look at all the kids, say, okay, so what are we going to do, children? So we're going to turn these activities into a football club. Football club! And the thing that suits me most is, if you know, with most of the council work, the critical area is when children are in the primary school. They are so nice, they know one teacher, they are very obedient. But when they get to high school, from year 11, somewhere year 11, 12 to 16, that is the challenging part.
That's the most difficult stage of any child's development.
Yes, because they go to school and see students in that school is as big as their parents. and when they were in primary school, they are the biggest in school, because they are in year 6. And they come to high school in year 7, they are the smallest. So that's where
peer pressure sets
So that transition. So, but this football club, we started it, and then I said, okay, we're gonna give it a name. I said, what name? So I gave it Blackley Football Club of Manchester. We played today in Droydon. So last year we won the local league. And
Wow.
these are children who has not played football before. So we have our training in the local area, which is the Plant Hill Park. You've just driven there. That road is called Plant Hill Road. 5 minutes from where you are, you get to the football pitch. Which when I approached the council, they said that pitch is not playable. I said, we're already playing there. And that is our base now. And those children, due to football, they always say to my children that God bless you, Dad. We just sit down here, we don't know what to do with our life. So,
because when was it in 2005, 6,
yeah,
7, 8, the kids have like after school clubs.
That's correct.
Yeah, they used to go because at that stage they are full of energy.
That's right.
They want where they can unwind.
Yes.
Apart from, because you can't lock especially boys inside.
That's right. Yes.
For a long time.
Yes.
And they used to go there. By the time they are coming back, they are tired.
Yes.
They will, it keeps them off from trouble. It keeps them off from kicking, because we should remember that time. It's a hormonal stage.
Yes.
Where they are transiting from childhood to adulthood.
To adolescence.
There's a lot of changes.
Going
They
on.
are not understanding their behavior.
That's
because
right.
once you're parents, you know this. So that is the stage. And when I look at some of them now, when I see them hanging,
yes.
you ask them, they say, no, well, there's nothing, for us.
Nothing for us. Yes, that's you see that
and
word.
For you to do that,
yes,
is exceptionally.
Thank you, Honorable. See, that word is the word I don't like to hear. Nothing for us. There should be something for everybody in the community, no matter who you are, no matter how old you are, no matter your level of ability or disability. There should be something for everybody in the community. Everybody belongs here. We live here. This is where we spend our life, and we are part of this community. And that inclusion, that involvement, that is wanting. A lady called me. I did a Christmas party for the football club here in this hall. And a lady called me in January and said, "Hello." I said, "Yes." I said, "You did something in Blackley that we all want to emulate." I said, "What is that?" She owned her own organization.
Yeah.
She said, "You brought children from different backgrounds into the community center to celebrate." All the organization we have is either section of the community together. You either see, people not mixing, like they do pantomime. It's always, white English there. They do some Asian, but you brought everybody. We want to tap into that resources. I never knew. I just thought like kids are kids. Come here, have Christmas party. Let's celebrate the end of half of the season. You go home, come back in January, and we start all over again.
Do you know why you were able to do that? It's because from where we are coming from.
That's right.
We live a communal life.
That's correct.
We don't know this.
Yes.
We are a tribe that embrace inclusion.
That's correct.
Diversity.
That's right.
From birth.
That's correct.
So we don't know. Everybody is welcome, and that's the kind of background our Chancellor of Higher Blackley in Greater Manchester, in United Kingdom. That is the family he was brought up. That was the community, the society. And when somebody grows with something, even if it's at his old age, he never departs from it.
That's right.
That was why his parents embedded that.
That's right.
In
yes,
him.
You're right.
And that he had that spirit of togetherness. That was why he was able to do what he's doing in his community. Initiating, organizing a football club for the younger generation. Even if those boys grow up, they will always remember him for that. He has left something in their heart. And that's what we are celebrating today. We are celebrating excellence.
You see, there is a lot of benefits from football. It does integration for the children. People from different backgrounds, they start coming together. They wear the same shirts. They were fighting to win the same game. It teaches them teamwork. So they learn you pass the ball to me, you are a defender, you are the goalkeeper, you are the right wing, you are the left wing. And also, it teaches them exercise. They are resilient, they are running. When they kick them on the football club, they get up again. So they get up and they run again. It's okay. Sometimes it's cold. Coach, it's cold. And then the other thing, oh, I'm too warm. So it teaches them community, it teaches them communication. You pass the ball to me, you go there. Kids that are shy, come out.
And
it also teaches us geography because we travel. We have clubs come from, yesterday, the under 13s, we play against Radcliffe. There's a club from Bury. Today, the under 15s, I took them to Dresden. Dresden is after Göttingen. So they leave the area, they come back to the area. And the benefit is not limited to that. The local schools are also benefiting because those boys are playing for the local schools.
That's amazing. That is so nice.
That's the challenging part of it. The challenging part of it is the frustration whereby we are constrained by the cost of living and the council. So sometimes residents will bring issues at the council, because of budget, because of costs. And so I always see them in the council, please, if you want to spend all the money of Manchester, spend it in Blackley. Say, oh, come on, we have to spread it around everywhere. Because I want to make sure that Higher Blackley become the best ward in the country, in the UK. And I always say to my colleague councillors that I want to be the best councillor in the country.
I don't like you. That's cool.
So, I said to all my children, you all are born here. I wasn't born here. I've lived here under the different rules. So you start from day one. So you can go up and aspire to all the children. You can go up and aspire to be whatever you want to be. So this is the word impossible. I don't want to like that those words happen in our life. You see, and I want to make sure there was a day I went to having a salon, and one lady would say, oh, to the daughter, oh, we know you are not from here. I said, we are all from here. We are here. And we belong here. We are good people. We are God's people. And we have to show the younger generation. Because if they don't see it, they don't be it. And also, the host generation, the host population, when they see people do well, then they believe that we can do well. So when I was initially the first black African, West African councillor, male, when I joined there, but now we have another lady in Molstein. We have, so once you do well, if I say, for example, as a black African Nigerian, can Nigerian play football? Say, of course they can play football. We say JJ Okocha, Kanu, Wanko, they know all of those. But when they look back, can Nigeria run government? Yes, we can run government. We are good people. And that is why we go into this. This is local administration, community administration.
Yeah.
So sometimes when people bring problems to the surgery here, and with the constraints of the council, the council, they've come, they've not done it well. I say, okay, right, we have to go back again. We have to do it. So that is the big challenging part, because as a local council, we are constrained, and things are hard for people, cost of living, but we are going to do our best. We are helping. Manchester City Council is helping the local people. That's why I'm a councillor. I work on the street. We went to an event the other day. One of the popular Nigerian men said, you know what? I've always seen you, and when you go to event, you sit in the corner. And he told, I think there was a Nigerian musician that came, Idris Abdul Karim. He called him and said, do you see this councillor? Do you think a Nigerian politician will be here without making noise all over? You always stay calm. Because we're here to serve.
Yeah, because your perception to life is different.
We are here to serve the people.
Here, and that is what I always tell people. Exposure is God in life. Exposure and your ability, your perception to things. So we are all wired differently. And that's sometimes too, when I travel, people see me, they say, oh, this woman is different. Because you don't sing your own trumpet. It's people, and it's what you are. We can't see ourselves unless by reflection.
That's right.
And I'm so proud of you for what you have achieved.
Thank you.
And the way you're carrying your your life, your simplicity.
I hope we can inspire more generation. More
yes, people. Yes. So, and that is what brought us to here. You see, if we don't create this forum, we will never gonna know. I wouldn't know that somebody like my chancellor like this, having time. It's a privilege.
Thank you.
Talking to you, socializing. I want our children. I want our people. Right. Wherever you are, any part you are, once you are in this greater Manchester, Higher Blackley, Chancellor Olu is a very accessible, approachable, down-to-earth human being that has devoted his time for humanity. He is there to serve. He is approachable. You can, approach him. And before the end of this, he will be able to tell us how we can reach him. But I would like him to say it by his own self. So it's not like I said it. So it takes me to our another. What is now your future plan and vision for your remaining tenure? What are your long-term goals for Higher Blackley in Greater Manchester? Are there any upcoming projects or initiative residents should know about? What you consider running for a higher political office? Will you consider running a higher political office? I know that question is quite very tricky.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, it's a one step at a time. I'm going to due for election in 2026.
Yes.
And I'm going to seek for election in 2026. So that, and I'm also on the future candidates for the Labour Party, which means on the list of future MP for the Labour Party.
Are you people hearing? Hi, our hopes are high. Our hopes are high.
Yes, we are.
We're all gonna back him up. We're gonna support him. He needs our support. So everybody, all ears should be on.
Yes. So I'm here to represent our people, and hopefully we see what the future will hold. And I hope the future will hold good for us.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what will make me much more happy is all the children that are in my football club. I want to see them play in the Premier League so they can see that local boys from Blackley will be good enough for Man City, for Man United, for Arsenal, for Chelsea.
You never know.
That's it.
You never know, because that's how they pick them.
That's right. Yes. So those are the ones. I have the Winners' Chapel have just come to Blackley. They were quite surprised. They came into this room and they met. Is our councillor here? He said, yes. They were quite happy. So they've got a place here. We make sure that we do everything we can to help them. And so, as I say, the future holds good. The future is bright. And there is every hope and optimistic for the future. So
good.
We will see what the future will hold.
No.
But first thing first, I'll put myself forward again for re-election, and then we'll take it from there. Yes, as a councillor here, and in future, you see what happened in politics. If there's someone on the seat already, you don't want to announce yourself for that seat. Okay, so it's not that's not how it works. Protocol in politics.
I know.
But if there's a vacancy,
yeah.
If there is vacancy for future, I'll put myself forward.
Okay, that's a good thing. It's
to
good for everybody to have a prospect.
Yeah.
And anything one does in life without planning, is bound to recipe for failure.
That's right.
You've been doing wonderfully well.
Thank you.
And we have appreciated, I know, people of Blackley, people of Greater Manchester, people of United Kingdom, people from Nigeria will be proud of you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Because all you have been narrating here is self-service.
That's right.
Everything is boiled down to self-service. It's not about me. That's why he is a beacon of excellence. If we have people like this in our society, I think we're going to be a better society. And it's good for us to emulate people that has done well, like Councillor Olu from Higher Blackley, Greater Manchester. He has done exceedingly well for himself. And now he will be seeking for re-election. We all know that. And we will all support him. All hands must be on deck because he is doing exceptionally well, especially among our youths. Because they are the futures of tomorrow.
That's correct.
We need to give them a purpose. He's taking them off from the street and refocusing them. They are channeling their anger. Yes, because at that age, oh my God, they're very useful. You know what is useful exuberance? They are channeling everything to football.
That's right.
Sports, and it keeps them, mentally, psychologically, socially focused.
That's correct.
And this man is bringing what we call community cohesion.
That's correct.
He is encouraging diversity, inclusion. That is what we need in this new age for a better tomorrow. Before we round up, sir,
yes,
we want to reflect into your personal and fun questions.
Personal life. Yes, that's right.
Yes. What keeps you motivated in public service? If you can give me one piece of advice for the young one looking up to make a difference, what will you say?
What I would say?
And what something people don't know about you? They'll be surprised to hear. Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay, yes. The advice I will give to our young people is you are good enough. Put yourself forward.
Are you hearing? Nobody should ever put you down.
You are good enough.
You are good enough.
Put yourself forward. Step out. Even you may think you won't get it, but you will get it. And if you don't get it, you've learned something through the process.
Are you hearing? Failure is not an excuse.
No, it's not.
If you fail today, you will succeed tomorrow.
That's correct.
Just be resilient.
And you've learned something through that process.
You will learn something. For every disappointment, that's a lesson to learn.
So things that people may surprise is that I'm a dad, I'm a father of 5 children.
Really?
And they are all boys.
No wonder you love football.
Yes. So that's what a lot of people don't know about me.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Some people say, children, 5 boys. I mean, it was God that made it that way. I couldn't design anything.
And what really keep you motivated?
What's keeping?
Because what I'm seeing, you are still bubbly, full of life.
That's correct.
Yes, prospect, and you're looking higher. What really? Because I know, like you did mention,
yes,
there's a lot of, since after COVID,
yes,
it's not only in UK or in Manchester, all over the world, there is a lot of financial constraint.
That's right.
And I know you are experiencing that in your local community.
Yes, yeah.
So how are you dealing with it? And what keeps you motivated
as
their councillor?
We need money, but we don't need a lot of money to do things. There's a lot of things we can do. Okay, that money couldn't stop us to do. And what's keeping me motivated, it's just like walking. You don't need money to walk. There are a lot of things that we can do that does not require talent. So someone can say, I'm not talented, so I can't do this. No, there's quite a lot that we can do. So let's focus on what we can do. If we focus on what we can do, we have power. People focus more. What I think more about what is not within their power, and then they feel down. But do what you can do. I believe that go as far as you can. If you get there, you'll be able to see further. So go as far as you can see. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
I get up and look at the result. Come last in everything, and I focus on the results, and that's what kept me going.
Yes. You've heard what our Chancellor has just said. Don't take no for an answer. Don't say you can't do it. Make an effort. So the little you can do makes a difference.
That's right.
Don't give up when you've not even started. Nobody is perfect from day one. You have to try. As you try, you get better. If we can work together as a community,
yes,
the place will be safer and more conducive for everyone to thrive.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yes. So, sir,
yeah,
we thank you so much.
And if anyone needs to get in touch with me,
yes, if anybody wants to get in touch
for advice,
if you're living in Manchester as a whole, because Councillor Elu is a coordinator, is a person-oriented person. Wherever you are in UK, in Greater Manchester, you want to get in touch with him because he has volunteered all his life for selfless service for humanity. Currently, he is in Blackley, Greater Manchester. But you can reach him on this, you can reach him. Let him say and tell you where you can reach him.
So if it's official, if you want to reach me, if you look at the www.manchester.gov,
yes,
UK, and then you go down to Manchester Councillors.
Right.
So you can search through the area. If you put Blackley, my photo and details will come out. You can search through area, postcode, or by name. It will come out. So my email is up there. It's Councillor, which is CLLR Olusegun Olusegun Ogunbambo Ogun
Councillor Olusegun Ogunbambo.
Yeah. At manchester.gov.uk. So I'm reachable there.
At any time. Okay. Thank you, our viewers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me and thank you for doing this. And long may this continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure meeting you.
It's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you for watching. Follow us, like and subscribe, and look for our subsequent interviews coming up on celebrating our people that has done exceedingly well in our society. See you.